How's it going, bros? This is PewDiePie back with another podcast. Oh God!
You say that this is like the fourth or fifth. Not even that. It's like this like the 12th.
Back with just
episode.
another classic podcast that happens all the time.
Coming back with the weekly podcast.
No, this is a podcast. We're doing a podcast now because I did a video that was really long, and one of my friends said that I was like, "Damn, it's like a podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, it was. If you do podcasts alone with no friends." and then I got the idea to do like an actual thing. So this is me and my friend Mono,
Hello.
who lives in I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't dox you. He's from America.
I live in the U.S. There you go. We'll do that.
He lives in the U.S. And it's my friend Mono. I played. He was in my Fortnite video.
Right, I'm sure everybody remembers that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, bro, these are my fans. What are you talking about?
Absolutely. It's me, you guys. Now you've been dying to know.
So speaking of Fortnite, because Fortnite is, I mean, to be honest with you, I've actually kind of gone away from Fortnite. To be completely honest with you, this might piss you off. I actually uninstalled Fortnite yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'm a console player. Okay, so I know you're a PC player, so I know that uninstalling is not as circumstantial, not like a dramatic. It's not like you're like, shit. Yeah. Like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
You know.
And uninstall.
But like to me, like you've already told me before, like oh yeah, no, I go through like these phases of like, I'm into it, I'm not into it.
I'm in a hiatus right now.
Right. But now it's like you straight up uninstall that. Gone. Yeah, you install that bitch. Like this is like more than a hiatus. This is like, I'm gone. Like it's not even. Yeah. Which is slightly concerning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason I did it is because all my friends, I have a Discord, and all my friends in the Discord play Destiny 2. My general opinion on Destiny 2 is that I don't like it because I saw a review on it, and I thought the guy was absolutely right. And I mean, I've actually been thinking about that. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Like watching a review. And just like watching one review and just basing your opinion on that, like what do you think? Like, because I feel like, in my opinion, like if I'm listening to this reviewer and what he says makes sense, like if he's not being too biased or whatever, like if he says the game is super buggy and laggy and shows gameplay of the game being buggy and laggy, I mean, depending on whether or not it's an online game. For example, Video Game Donkey did a review of Death Stranding, which got a lot of heat, and I thought like his review was great. Like he showed footage of
not
Death
to
Stranding.
Kanye you, not to Kanye West you. If you even do you remember that?
You gotta let me finish. You gonna let me finish?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
But like that's my man's Kojima and my man's Norman Reedus right there. Okay.
Have you? That game is shit though.
Hold on. It's funny that you bring it up.
Have you played it?
I was gonna bring this up. I own the game. Okay. And
you have it?
I have the game. Like, and I wanted to support both Konami and my man's Norman Reedus because he's a go. I'm a fan of him. Norman Reedus, and I wanted to experience the game firsthand. Like, of course, like it was super mysterious when it was announced. Like, no one had any idea of what the fuck the game was going to be about, and that became a meme unto itself. Like, what the hell is this game? What's going on? But all I knew was like I needed to play the game, and that's not to get too off track here, but like that's kind of like my philosophy. Where if as far as video games are concerned, like if it looks interesting enough, or I seem like I'm interested in it, and I guess this could be said for about movies or shows, you should at least try it yourself to form your own experience.
But then again, like
but that being said, Death Stranding being the game that it was, with all this like mystery around it, and then all this the controversy that came out or that came about with people giving it like oh yeah, like somebody's like, oh dude, it's absolute shit. It's like a 1 or a 2, and then somebody's like, dude, this is like a masterpiece. You know, because of the experience it gives you, and then people are like, oh no, it's not even fun.
Experience.
Right, it's not even fun. Why are you playing a video game if you're not having fun? And then they flip that on the head, and it's like, dude, it's like, what do you mean you're not having fun? Like, it's an experience in and of itself. It's something deep and meaningful, and you're like, oh, that's stupid, and you're like, you're stupid, and it's like, oh my goodness, yeah. I can't tell you how many threads I was in, and this is before the game even like came out, and this was like the people who played like the early release or what have you, and they were all just arguing, bickering with each other, and it's interesting. I wanted to stay away from the just reviews, so I could formulate my own thoughts on it, but it's impossible these days. Like these days, you could be on YouTube and there's like a thumbnail that
exactly. Like
spoils something or right in the title, right? Like
happened to me, like I think it was, I haven't seen. Now we're kind of jumping around. I haven't seen Spider-Man, the new one, and I think it was like a thumbnail or something that just, I mean, I've been spoiled so much. Like I know Mysterio is in it. I know he gets a new suit. I know that, like, I know that one scene where, with the meme where he's like, what about Thor out of space? What about Iron Man? I don't know. What about, well, not Iron Man. He's fucking dead. Shit. Fuck, damn it. Too soon.
I was going to say the same fucking thing. Oh, shit.
No. Oh, shit, a rat. No, but, like, and I remember, like, seeing, like, a thumbnail that had Mysterio in it or some shit. No, I think it was a YouTube video that had, are you kidding me with the chickens right now?
What chickens?
Are you kidding with the chickens right now?
What chickens?
This guy won't admit he has chickens in his home. Y'all hear those chickens?
I mean, I hear you laughing.
I mean, either those are chickens or those are some weird ass fucking cousins you have. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Your nephews and nieces, they don't get the right food.
I'm trying so hard to stay on the topic of conversation. Like,
dude, who gives a shit about the topic?
You had a good momentum go.
Who gives a shit about the topic, dude? They're fucking these chickens, man. Like, it's like, okay, no, listen. Okay, listen. Because the thing that fucks me over is, like, if it was just like a constant chicken sound, it's like, okay, it's whatever. He lives on a farm. Who gives a shit? But it's like they just come and go. Like, are there chickens walking around your house? Or like, what is this?
Like some sort of.
Like, do you live in a circus? What the hell's happening?
It's more than just like a farm. It's just like some sort of like native forest.
It's a magic forest, dude. Just walk back and forth.
They just go and come as they please. It's like an airport for chickens. They just come in and then to take off.
What the fuck?
It's a quick pit stop.
Like, but like that's so weird because like it's like I'm assuming you sit in the same place while we talk, and then suddenly chickens just start appearing like out of fucking nowhere. It's like a gate opens and there's just chickens or I just don't get. I mean, now it's gone. Like now it's gone.
I'm just at a terminal where chickens. It's like where you board buses or you board a train. They just like the train shows up full of chickens. They show up and get on the train and they leave.
Dude, or your mom's a chicken. That's happening right now. Okay. Anyway, no more chickens. The point is, I got spoiled by his thumbnail. Fucking sucked. And if I can reel it back even further, talking about Death Stranding, right? So, what you said that the best way, of course, to form your opinion on anything is to try it. Like listen to the song yourself, play the game yourself, taste the food yourself, right? What I mean is that, of course, tasting the food yourself is the best way to know if you like it or not. But I think you can also use, like, to keep this food metaphor going, you can use your other senses, For example, you can look at the food, you can smell the food, you can listen to it, I guess. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
see the marble, feel the marble, exactly. Date the marble, be the marble. Yeah.
I'm talking about now. Okay, I'm off track. You lost me.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like you can do that with a game too. Like you don't have to necessarily play it. Like you can watch a review, you can watch a trailer, like watch gameplay footage, you can I guess listen to the soundtrack if that's what you're into. Like I'm saying, there's like other ways to to shape an opinion than just trying it in case you don't want to spend money on it. And then again, to counter that, they're like for games like Fortnite or Destiny 2, which I mean, well, I know Destiny 2 is free on Steam, I'm pretty sure, and Fortnite is free. So like,
but don't they cap Destiny 2, or at least they cap
there's like a lot
the
of
level?
DLC on it,
right?
But like, okay, let's just say Fortnite, right? Like, I don't think there's an excuse. I don't think there's an excuse to not play like or try Fortnite because it's a free game, and it's like, and you know, so I think it's unfair to say that, like specifically for Fortnite, I think it's unfair to say you don't like it if you haven't tried it, because it's literally free. Like you can just download it and try it and see if you like it. Like whereas, you know, if it's like another game, like, you know, then you can always say, well, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to spend money on something I'm not sure that I like. You know.
So you're saying if something is free, you should, you know, like,
yeah, like if there's literally no, like, you got nothing to
reason
lose, right?
Not to try it.
You got nothing to lose by trying it. But if it costs money, then you can lose money, you know, by trying it. So that's my opinion on that. It's like unless it's free, I think it's okay to say that you don't want to spend money on something just to form your opinion on it. You know, and I think it's unfair to say that no, you can only have an opinion on something if you played it, you know, because it's like, would you want me to play every fucking game like like?
Well, then of course the flip side of that though was like you were saying, like what started all this was you were saying that it's just watching one review and you agree with what they were saying.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Which I feel like I feel like that's on the other side of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like you got somebody who won't play a game even though it's free, and then on the other end you have somebody who won't play a game because they saw one review. You know, and they're like, oh yeah, that's all. And I feel like, you know, I'm being a little dumber now because I'm using my hands and obviously we can't see each other, but like you got to put it like you got to be somewhere in the middle. And you got to be, you know, you got to be perfectly balanced and all that, you know.
That's all things should be.
Where you, where you watch a few reviews, maybe read an article, you know, just to see. Because I'm trying to think of a game that I was looking forward to, but then Star Wars Battlefront 2. I was really looking forward to it.
Really
I had waited for the first one to drop in price because I heard there was some like issues with like bugs or not enough content, and it was great. You know, I had, you know, played it with friends, and you know, of course, video games with friends it's always fun. But you know, I played with friends, it was great. But unfortunately, they had like this system where it was a lot like Overwatch's loot boxes, except not only did it give you skins, it gave you actual
like
skills,
advantages. Like
it was an actual pay to win mechanic in like in a full price game. You know, and then that's a different topic unto itself. But either way, I was looking forward to the second one, and then the second one came out, and the reviews for that were like livid with like reports of the whole loot box system being a lot worse than it was the first time, where everything was like locked behind the loot boxes and locked behind like these ridiculous grind. I don't know what you would call it. Grind requirements where you would need to play the game for like hours upon hours upon hours just to unlock one character out of like a dozen. You know what I mean? Like you needed to. I think, like obviously I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was something like 50 hours of playtime to unlock like Darth Vader, or something, like something like unimaginably high. And like it was just like review after review after review after review, and then like I was looking for the campaign, and you know, a bunch of reviewers said that the campaign wasn't so great; it actually kind of sucked, you know. And I was just like, oh man, like I wanted to support Star Wars, I wanted to support DICE and them, you know, making Battlefront games in the first place, because it was like years since the previous Battlefront games. But like I that was enough for me, man. You know what I mean? Like I had already experienced the first one.
Yeah, so
and
you didn't
now
try
I have
the
all these
second
reviews. No, I didn't, because I knew how terrible it was. Like playing that first one, that the pay to win, it's definitely a thing. It's definitely not a myth, man. You know, people will be shooting you with guns.
Yeah.
That are just straight up better than yours.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like because you know, if there's a lot of mixed opinions, like, you know, like for like again Fortnite, like, you know, a lot of people love to hate. A lot of people bruh. A lot of people love to hate Fortnite.
A lot of people love to hate the game. Right.
A lot of people love to hate Fortnite, and then there's also a lot of people who just enjoy Fortnite. But then there's the games that are just like unanimously bad, like Bubsy 3D. No one. I guess the people who made Bubsy 3D like. Do you know Bubsy 3D? Or do you know Bubsy?
I don't.
It's like no, a legendary.
It sounds familiar.
Legendarily shitty game. It's just like unanimously everyone agrees it's the worst game ever. So like I feel like it's not like, if you say Bubsy 3D is bad, no one's gonna go, no, well have you even tried it? It's like I think it depends on the intensity and like how many people agree. If it's kind of mixed opinions, but like if it's pretty unanimous, then I don't know what the point is. What the frick is my point? No, but
the point is. The point is, you need to be perfectly balanced, as all things should be, when it comes to consuming things or not consuming things.
But I think that's actually I think that's the reason that people don't like the reason that people love to hate on Fortnite is the same reason that people love to hate on a lot of popular things. Like there's as soon as something, I don't know if there's a name for this, but as soon as something like gets popular enough,
mainstream,
like people just love I'm thinking Attack on Titan,
Game of Thrones,
like
The Mandalorian,
like stuff like that where it's like
Breaking Bad.
Now you just naming shows I haven't seen.
I was trying to think of like all the normie things that are just like they show up in like social media and like the memes,
but it's like
come out of
and I think I tried that. Like I remember watching like the trailer for Attack on Titan when it came out the first time, and I was like, man, this shit looks dumb. Like what the fuck? Like big ass giants. Like what the fuck? And then I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, it's pretty good.
That's so funny you say that, because for me, for the Attack on Titan, like that shit came out, me being the weeb that I am, like. Everybody was talking about it. Like the hype was real. I don't want to say hype was real, but the hype was out there. The hype trains were like going crazy, and okay. And the door's open again. Okay, don't worry. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And the door opened again. Okay.
It's the chickens, man. The chickens are coming back.
The chickens are coming.
The chickens are coming in your room.
This is what they do. I'm telling you, dude.
They just barge in out of nowhere.
It's like an airport. They just come and go. It's a bus terminal, train terminal. Maybe you could do that for outtakes. But anyway, the hype was real, right?
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen anything about nothing about the show. Just everybody's Attack on Titan. And it was actually like, I don't want to say weeks later, but it was definitely like months later. Like at least 3 months later. And like somewhere in like 2 months in, I watched like a trailer for one of them, and I was like, what the hell? What's with all the giant naked people walking around? I don't understand what the fuck is happening,
Yeah.
And that was just the trailer, and that pushed me away from the show even more. Like I was like, not for me, dude. And it was actually like weeks upon weeks in, like there were actually like maybe 4 weeks away from the season ending, where I was like, I was just bored, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try out the first episode, see what this is about.
And then instantly,
it's just like you, dude. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to say instantly. Like at the right end, spoilers. I guess I don't know. It's kind of a
spoilers for the first episode of Attack on Titan. If you haven't seen it, what the fuck?
Season 1, episode 1, and right at the end you get spoilers. I apologize in advance. But,
if you haven't seen the first episode of Attack on Titan season, what the fuck? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Stop the podcast. Go watch the first episode.
Like, don't
of
even
Attack on Titan season 1.
Dude, don't even do that. If you haven't seen it, kill yourself. Like fucking, like what the fuck? Like, what do you? It's been like what, like 500
right now,
years.
Pause your life.
Pause.
And just exit.
Pause your life and
just
end
exit.
it.
Go back to main menu. Or not even that. Just turn off the console. Just turn off the computer.
Delete.
Unplug
your
the
brain.
fucking computer. Just that's it.
Dude, I'm trying to do suicide here. What the fuck are you doing? You're fucking me over. I'm the bad cop. No, and that's I think that's the same thing for me with Fortnite, right? Like I heard all these memes about like haha Fortnite bad, but then
Loki, not to interrupt you, I'm gonna let you finish, not to con you again. Are we not gonna say the spoiler after all?
Okay,
all
sure.
That build
So
up,
give me the spoiler.
right when like his mom is there, and like he's like, you never listen to me, you know, as they're running away, or as Hans is running, like carrying them, and you know she's about to get eaten.
What?
She's
His mom gets eaten? Spoiler.
I didn't say. Hey, what the fuck?
I didn't know you were gonna say that shit. I haven't seen
that.
Dude,
like right there, right there, when she said, you know, I forget the exact language. She's like, "See, you never listen to me," or something like that. Yeah. And she's all crying and breaking down. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, that's
reminds me of the time when I was a bad fucking kid.
That's when
you know
knew.
What I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then she gets fucking nom, you know, just straight chomped on. And then right then and there, that's when I knew the hype was real.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it was
because it just ends.
It was good until it started.
And it keeps going like that.
You know.
Like it keeps hitting you. It keeps. Well, I mean, you know, now we're digressing in the points of like, oh, there's too much exposition going on, or you know, this and that.
No, it's like there's a big.
Regardless of the fact, the hype was real.
Dude, is he ever gonna
and I
kill
ended up
all
watching
the Titans?
a lot of the episodes.
Like that's what he's been saying since episode 1, right? He's like, I'm gonna kill all the Titans. Like, has he killed any Titans yet? Has he killed one?
Yeah, but see, like you stopped like at season 3, part 1, and I've completed all of season 3, so we can't even have like.
Maybe we can't even have that conversation. No,
we can't.
But
because it's like The Last of Us 2 and The Last of Us 1.
Exactly.
You fasted. Yeah,
but fucking lol. But but no, that's what I felt about Fortnite. You know, I was like, you know, I heard all the memes, Fortnite gay, and then I tried it for myself, and I was like, you know what? There's you know, the hype is real. There's something about it. It's like usually when something is mainstream, there's a reason that it's mainstream. Like there's a reason that, you know, the Lord of the Rings movies are so popular. There's a reason that fucking whatever, like other movies or other games, like just
Star Wars,
like Overwatch, shit like that. There's a reason that it's popular. It's because it's like entertaining to like a wide majority of people.
Sure, right.
So you know, like I think it's worth to give it a shot, even if it's like widely hated. Like same thing with like Starbucks. I remember having my first what's that really hated drink on? Is it like a pumpkin spice latte? I remember having the
memed one.
Yeah. I remember having my first pumpkin spice latte when I was in England, and I gotta say, it was actually pretty good. Like it is pretty fucking good.
Unironically, that's not.
It's
bad.
not bad. Like and that's
drink.
what I'm saying. Like there's a reason why the pumpkin spice latte is one of the most memed drinks, because it's the most popular one. Yeah, and that's why I fucking hate Fortnite. So anyway, these segues are not the most sexiest thing in the world. Anyway, I got Mono wants to talk about something. My friend Mono wants to talk about what it means to be a fan of something.
Why are you saying it like we haven't been talking for like the past 20-30 minutes?
That's your name,
like.
My friend Mono. Cause
I know. Oh, that's the actual. Yeah. That's my name. My friend Mono is the name.
I mean, how are they gonna know who you are? Then,
I see.
You know? It's my mom.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like we've been talking this entire time, and all of a sudden you're reintroducing me.
Bro, you're overestimating the intelligence of my average viewer. like seriously, I'm telling you, what one of my one of my videos with the most views is one that has porn in the title. Like that's the kind of intelligence we're going at here. Like,
they're like, oh hell yeah,
porn. And it's called Not a Porn.
Porn it's great because it's porn on YouTube. You know what I mean?
It's called
anything that's not censored on YouTube or hasn't been taken down makes it that much better than regular porn.
It's literally,
you know, because porn off a porn site is just boring.
Yeah.
But if it's porn on YouTube, you're like, oh shit, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, but like it's literally called Not a Porn Game, and it's got like because you can go on YouTube and see what people searched to find your video, and the number one thing that people search to find my Not a Porn Game video is porn. Like people searching porn on YouTube found my video, and I guess they clicked on it and they clicked on it and saw that it wasn't actually porn and just clicked off. Like I just like the idea that like one of the videos I got the most views on is like a bunch of horny,
it's just the word porn.
Horny men who are like porn, and just like sawtooth.
That reminds me when I was how do I word this? An amateur researcher, just fresh, still novice.
Talking about hentai.
And I would just
talking
type.
about porn.
I would just type in like boobs or something, and hope for the best.
Boob. Just one boob. That's all I need. Just one single tit.
Boob. Or what else? Just like thong.
Bruh, you said
just like
thong?
one finger at a time.
Nasty.
It's just like, hey, I had ambition as a young researcher.
Dude, I just searched big boobs, sexy girl. To get okay, let me tell you. I remember. No,
sexy girl.
I need to tell you 2 stories. These are both gonna be cringy. I remember right when I started like searching up like you did. I started like searching like boob and shit, and
you became a scientist.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, of course. But then I also thought I was super weird, and I didn't think it was normal. So I must have been like 11 or 12, and I remember like going to my mom and be like, "Mom, I've been looking up boob on the internet, and I feel weird about it. I feel weird, and all I remember is her comforting me because he's like, oh, you search boob, and I was like, yeah. He's like, and you didn't like it? I was like, no. He's like, oh, that's okay. And, it was just so weird. I felt like.
Can you imagine how your mom felt though?
She must have been losing her shit.
She's like, oh no, oh jeez, how do I? Not even that. He searched the boob and he didn't like it. What if she wasn't like? What if she wasn't mentally prepared for that?
How do I?
She's like, oh shoot, dang it.
Shit, here we go again.
We took a left when she was taking a right or something.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I could just imagine how she's losing her shit. I walk up to her like, Mom, I've been looking up boob, and she's like, okay.
It's like just singular.
It's like,
not even both.
No, but I guess I felt like I had sinned or something. I needed to get it off my chest. I was like, this is the most awful thing I've ever done. I felt so guilty. I remember. But then I also remember this is when it gets real good. I remember the first time I remember the first time I my
wrote a research paper. You wrote a research paper thesis.
And I remember that actually side story. The first time this is okay. I'm gonna give like a what's it called too much information warning because this is gonna be gross. Okay, just letting you know gross shit coming up. I remember the first time I rolled.
Should I stop listening too? Or?
Fuck no, not you. Fuck you. You just need to listen. You don't get to leave.
Great. Yeah.
I remember the first time I rolled back. The first time I rolled my foreskin back because I have foreskins because I'm not American.
Oh God, you just went right into it. That was like it was like
here we go.
Not even, I thought you were just gonna wade into the pool.
Just getting right in
you just
there.
Straight up cannonballed. Oh jeez, I was okay.
So the first time I
was not ready for that.
First time I unzipped my first time I peeled my banana back. I remember.
Yeah, okay, that would have been a lot better. Jesus.
I remember seeing just my penis head just covered in smegma, because I'd never cleaned it because I hadn't rolled it back before. And I remember my first instinctual thought was, that's semen. and now I can go back and say, that's wrong. That's not semen. And I guess I think I cleaned it. I think I cleaned it because I was like, that's gross. But I just remember looking at it. I was like, white stuff on my penis. That's gotta be semen, right? That's cum. That's what else could it be, right? That's all I know. White stuff comes out of the penis and makes a baby. It's cum. It's yes. But the first time I actually
go ahead.
The first time I actually jacked off, I remember it was on a toilet.
Okay, so the gloves are off at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't give a shit. And I hope I don't regret this in the future. But I remember I was in the bathroom because I'm a man of culture. I don't want to make a mess. And I remember right when you
don't have to reenact.
Yeah. I felt the biggest shame, so much. I was because it came out and it was it was on me, and I was what do I do? Cause I wasn't trained. I wasn't a trained cum protector, now I have to shield, I hold it I got a rope.
What's it called in not to be an Overwatch normie, but like the ranks.
Did the what now?
You were what is it? I don't not to be an Overwatch normie, but like when you're playing ranked or whatever.
Playing ranked.
You got the different. You got different like
ranks, like titles.
What you call it? Yeah. You were.
Oh, like bronze and so. I was a bronze masturbator. Now I'm a diamond, dude. Now I'm a platinum. What's above diamond? I'm a master.
Master debater,
Hell
dude.
Yeah.
That's what we're fucking talking about.
No, but I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I am never going to do this again in my life. And then I did it the next day. I just did it right the next day, and then I've just done it every day since. But I just remember I was like, this is the most disgusting, vile thing any guy has ever done. I don't think anyone has ever done this before in existence of humankind. I must have been the first guy to do this. I am never going to do that again. And then I just kept doing it forever. And that's the story of my life. So now you guys know that.
And then here we are.
Yeah, here we are. 18 years later.
Yeah.
Well, not 18 years later. That 18 years later.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, shit.
Bro, when did you lose your virginity? I must have been like 5 years old. I don't know. Like 3.
Oh, fuck. That's funny. It actually reminded me of like this video of a fetus that they captured. They made like a couple of headlines.
Video of a fetus?
It was like a fetus in the womb.
Oh.
In the womb. And homeboy was like straight like writing up his research paper, dude. Like straight up.
That's funny.
Like straight up, and people were like, "Dude, this guy's lit, dude.
This guy's
not even
lit.
out of the womb, and he's already out here.
I mean,
he's already putting in the work,
bro.
dude.
He's literally inside a vagina. Like, wouldn't that make you horny? Like. I mean, he's in the pussy. He's in there. Literally. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to end it there because we just peaked. That was the peak right there.
That was the. Please don't tell me you're gonna say pun intended.
No, I don't even. Did I make a pun? I don't know.
Okay.
So
you said peak. We were just talking. Okay. Right.
Anyway.
Ahead.
I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast thing. I hope you guys like my friend Mono. I know he's kind of annoying, but you're gonna have to deal.
Totally not nervous at all. Totally not anxious about this whole thing.
No, I'm kidding. You're not annoying. You're not annoying. No, yeah, and it was super fun. It was super different. And hopefully, we'll if you guys like it, we'll do another one. So just let me know how you feel, and don't subscribe.
And please, no bullying.
Yeah, no bullying. Mono's versus self-conscious. So
please,
yeah,
no bullying, please, please.
So yeah. Anyway, don't subscribe, don't like. I want this to be the least liked video of all time.
And be sure to hit Alt F4.
Yeah, of course. Be sure to unplug your brain. Yes. Any final comments? How do I end this? How do I end a podcast, dude?
Is this gonna be in the podcast? Are you asking me how to end the podcast?
Yeah. We're still doing.
Okay.
Not dude.
It's
too long.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Video games, babes, tits, and more. Spend my whole life fucking video game whores. Taking a shit, beating my dick, ass, shit, and more. Beat my fucking sister, got a new high score. Salmonella, garlic flavored cum. Bend your grandma over, gonna drown her ass in rum. Anime girls, lollies are the best. I went to school today and I failed a fucking test. I failed a test. It wasn't even that hard. I'm just not that smart. I sit in class, I sit on my ass, make YouTube all day. I wonder to myself, why am I gay? I know it's a sin and it's not a win to get that penis up, but I just wish I didn't have a C cup. I couldn't give a fuck about my fat titties, but all I really wish is